I'm Abby,
And I'm Anna.
and this is Serious Beef.
Welcome to turkey beef.
Turkey beef. I just today I was posting the episode. I was posting that to the Facebook, and I realized I had never updated our profile picture.
We've been spooky
spooky.
I didn't even notice.
No, I just got
posted last
completely
night.
used to it.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. Well, that's okay. You need to add some turkey feathers. It's all good. It's fine.
We're not going to.
We're
not
We're
gonna-
going to assume it's a turkey sandwich.
There you go. We're gonna go back to the beef, and it's just turkey beef for
Turkey
Thanksgiving. Happy
Turkey
Thanksgiving.
burgers. Well, I got a guest beef today.
Okay. Yes, you told me.
We have no guest, but we have a beef.
Someone gave us the beef.
Yes, listener Brittany. This
All
beef
right.
comes from. So she sent me a commercial for Dove, okay, like the shampoo,
Okay.
and in that they're talking about these 5 different like soaps or whatever, and that each one is for like a different thing. I think there's a lilac for relaxation or whatever. It doesn't matter. I wasn't really paying attention,
Okay.
but.
Okay.
Well, hold on. But the reason I wasn't paying attention was because they said a flavor for every feeling. A flavor.
What?
A flavor. I'm like, are people eating this?
I was gonna say kinky. Kinky. Is it edible?
So
Is it
that's-
edible soap?
So that was her beef. She's like, it's not a flavor. She said, this is why people are eating Tide Pods.
Oh,
Because you call it a
true.
flavor.
It's true. You should call it a smell, not
An
a
aroma.
flavor. Aroma?
a
That's
scent.
a good one.
We
Oh,
had an option, a variation, just call it a soap.
yeah, a soap for every month or feeling. Yeah.
Right, right. She
Not
said,
flavor.
yeah. No.
Someone's gonna be like, "Oh, I can eat this."
I think she said like a scent for every situation. She's like, oh, help, come on.
Look at
Come
there.
on.
Look at there.
She's like, hire me, Dove.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
But so that was, but I'm like, oh, I was with her. I was like, no, that, first of all, that ain't even the right word, right? Like,
Okay.
flavor, it's not a flavor. If I were to be like, oh, what's the flavor of that? You would describe the taste.
yeah,
Yeah. You would not describe the smell
no,
of it.
you would not describe the smell.
And I'm like, I 100% agree. This is why people are eating Tide Pods. Because you're saying they come in all these flavors.
Oh yeah.
That's not the only reason. But, I mean, what are we doing? What are we
Okay.
doing?
Okay. So, listen out there, advertisers. If you're not supposed to eat it,
Don't
don't
call it a
describe it a
flavor.
flavor. Yeah.
Don't call it a flavor.
Totally agree. Totally
Yeah,
agree with that.
I mean, the only thing I would say would be acceptable would be like a chapstick, right? Because it
Okay.
probably has a flavor.
Okay.
Not supposed to eat it, but it probably has a flavor.
Well, it does. You're right, because sometimes you might accidentally, or some kids actually do just eat it. So.
I know. Well, I remember being like, I don't know, maybe high school or something like that, and I cannot remember who I was talking to, but they're like, oh yeah, I had the NSYNC chapstick line. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. And they said whoever, Nick, or I don't know who else, and I can't remember. I only know that Justin Timberlake was in that, but I don't remember everybody else. But whoever, they said whoever, his was the best. And she's like, I was just like licking that, like it was like it was a popsicle. I was like,
Who's licking it?
I was like, Jesus. I was like, how did we make it out?
Oh my gosh, that was funny.
Oh man. So, this actually ties in really well because, and I started to say this at the end of the last podcast, and I forgot to like come back and finish my thought for multiple reasons, but we did a leftovers episode last week, which is perfect because Thanksgiving is coming.
It's true, and it's all about the leftovers. So.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So we
Yeah.
got some Thanksgiving themed stuff here. Themed is maybe a strong
We're
word.
gonna try to tie it in somehow, some way.
Right.
But
Well, we start with flavors. Let's go. Mm-hmm. Now, I will say, let's go ahead and do the secret sauce.
okay.
You
Secret
want
sauce.
to say it? Or you want me to say it?
I looked up sauces for Thanksgiving because we had used cranberry sauce previously, so we
we
couldn't.
didn't think it. We didn't think it through.
We didn't think it through. So and we couldn't use
But
it.
you know what? Because we.
But
didn't
that's
use it-
okay because we talked about cranberry bogs. I think that's when we said it.
Yeah.
So, it's all good.
But
It's
here's
all
the thing. Here's the thing. Because we use cranberry sauce already, we have come to this excellent sauce.
It's
now.
true. If I hadn't had to Google Thanksgiving sauces, I wouldn't have come up with
Everybody's favorite Thanksgiving sauce.
classic giblet gravy. There you go.
Classic
There you go.
giblet gravy.
So, my gravy that I make for Thanksgiving comes from a jar, and I don't know if there's giblet nests in there or not, but I don't want to know. if there is.
Yeah.
I'd like to just be left.
I
in the
don't want
dark
no
about that.
giblets.
Yeah, no giblets.
We were talking in the my work does a training every Wednesday morning, just
Okay.
kind of like a company wide meeting
Sure.
for various things, and we were all talking about Thanksgiving and all this kind of stuff, and people were like, talk about stuffing and did it all, and they're like, oh, why do I want wet bread? And I'm just like, I'm sorry, what do you mean? Why do you want wet bread?
Right, there's seasonings and
It's delicious.
yummy things
Yeah,
in there. Yeah.
don't bring your own.
Now it depends on how it's made.
Right, I want the stovetop.
You want the stovetop stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now we had a whole discussion about
Which
this.
we did actually, because you insisted.
I still insist. I stand by what I said.
Maybe listeners can help us with this
Yeah.
debate because I have never heard
Okay,
this.
well,
called
Ashley
this
has.
before.
Ashley has.
Really?
Yes. Now, unfortunately, the evidence is stacked against us. But Ashley
Okay.
remembers this. So I have always said it's Stouffer's stovetop stuffing.
No,
Okay.
and that's wrong.
Stouffer's does not make the stovetop. It's owned by, I think, Kraft.
It's Kraft.
Right. Ashley, though, distinctly remembers this. And here's the thing. I'm looking it up online, and it sure said, shit, there's a Reddit post. Somebody's like, so apparently Stouffer's stovetop stuffing never existed?
Never
Question mark,
existed.
question mark?
No.
And I'm like, and so it's called Mandela effect, is these things. I don't know if you ever heard of this.
I have.
That, like, people believe that Sinbad
Yes.
was in this movie Shazam.
But isn't
Or
he
Kazam.
Isn't he in that movie?
No, it's Shaq.
But there's like pictures of him in the movie. Did
Well,
somebody
people
Photoshop
have
it?
photoshopped it, but because the movie does not exist, and Sinbad himself says, "I wasn't in a movie. I wasn't in this movie." And
But we all believe
and
it.
there are
We
so
all
many
believe
people
it.
who are like, "No, I've
No,
seen
we saw
this
commercials
movie."
for this. I remember.
Right, and
No,
so
but it's not real.
no, doesn't exist. There's a debate. Is it Sex and the City or Sex in the City?
I think it's in.
I think it's and is the correct way.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe it is and. I don't know.
But that's the thing. Some people are like, no, I have merchandise that says in, not
you probably
and.
got some knockoff
Well,
merchandise.
oh man, it's and.
It's and.
I know. And that's the thing is that like people like insist.
Yeah, that it's a certain way. Because you said stovetop stuffing, and I went, what are you talking about? That's not a thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's because, Stouffer's makes prepackaged meals or, that kind of thing. And so you hear that, and the alliteration together seems like it's a real thing.
I'm telling you right now,
But
that
it's
I
not.
have eaten stovetop stuffing. I've seen it. I've seen it.
Now, here's the thing. When you make stovetop stuffing, it's not really stuffing because you didn't put it in a turkey.
I don't care.
I guess you could if you really wanted to, but at that point, what's the point?
Stupid. It's delicious as is.
So that's really
Unnecessary.
Isn't that if you don't put it in the turkey, it's really called dressing?
Yeah.
She's
Stupid.
She's so disgusted right now by having to say yes to that. You just see her face.
It is technically called that.
But if you put it in the turkey, then it's called stuffing. But we still just call it stovetop stuffing because that's who makes it. But some people make like homemade stuffing, and I've been to many Thanksgivings in my lifetime.
Okay.
Put on by different family members, both
Okay.
in your dad's family and mine, and everybody has their own way of making things. And some people go, homemade, and some people go, stovetop.
Stovetop.
So, I'm not going to name names or anything because, it is what it is. But I grew up one way and your dad grew up another way. So if you're used to eating it made a certain way, it's fine to you. But if you're used to that stovetop,
Right.
then
I
a
like the
homemade-
stovetop.
Right. The homemade might not taste as good. So, but I remember having a stuffing that definitely was stuffing and had been in the bird. The giblets and things. The things that you pull out of the bird in the little baggie,
The giblets.
it's like the neck and all kinds of gross things that are in there.
Sure. The giblets. We just refer to it as.
Is that what you call it? Is
They're
it
the
all called
giblets.
giblets?
It's what I'm calling it.
Okay, whatever's in that bag.
Okay.
Some people take it and like blend it up and put it in their stuffing.
Yeah.
and then your stuffing might be a little crunchy sometimes.
Oh, that's awful.
yeah, no.
Crunchy. Who wants a crunchy
Who would
stuffing?
eat a crunchy stuffing?
Terrible.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that stuffing. So, but my mom always made the stovetop, So
Yeah.
I would definitely be happy to have that.
And
That was probably not like my least favorite thing I've probably ever eaten for Thanksgiving.
Well, and here's the thing, is that Grandma, we talked about this on the food podcast. She just makes a stovetop, but she uses.
You have to make it with chicken gravy.
Right, she uses the gravy. I
Oh,
think
no, I'm so sorry. Chicken
Turkey.
broth.
Yes.
Or turkey broth. You have to make it with the broth rather than water. It just gives it a really nice flavor. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I learned that.
So.
But some people I don't know, but you can make your stuffing wet or you can make it dry. Okay, so have you made
I want it somewhere in the middle that put some gravy on.
right? You've made stovetop stuffing yourself, right?
Yeah.
And on the package,
I used to when I was in high school,
Right.
and I was burning
some
a million,
up.
and I was burning a million carbs every single
Right. Mm-hmm.
day because I was playing every sport. I would just heat up a little bowl of stuffing.
right. And
Delicious.
she would eat it, obviously.
I love.
I don't know why I would
I love
to clarify
stuffing.
that she would eat it.
I love stuffing.
She does love stuff. Is that your favorite Thanksgiving side dish?
Yeah, it's not even
It's
close.
Gotta be.
It's not even close.
For you, okay, gotta be.
It's,
Not
I
even-
literally,
Not even the sweet potatoes.
no.
No. Oh,
It's not, there's no competition.
the stuffing.
There's no
is it.
competition for stuffing.
It's all about the stuffing.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Stouffer, stovetop.
Stouffer.
It's my favorite.
Well, when you read the directions, it'll tell you like if you want a drier stuffing, put less water. If you want a wetter stuffing, more wet, put more water. And I'm like, who would want it super dry like that? I don't want it crumbling like.
No, I don't want breadcrumbs.
Yeah, no, because it's breadcrumbs is what it is. But
Well, right. If you want it super dry, just pour it on the plate. Like,
I know
what do you
you're-
mean?
I know you're not a fan of this word, but I like it more on the moist side.
I've learned to move
Okay,
on.
good,
I've
good,
learned
good.
to move on.
Right, and I like it with
Damp.
There you go.
It's damp.
I like it more on the damp side. I like it with that chicken gravy. Tell me, chicken broth. I like it made that way. It's really nice.
The chicken broth.
But then I still put gravy on it too because it's yummy.
Of course. I'm gonna put the gravy on it.
I feel like we're doing an episode from like those two ladies from SNL, and they're like, "Welcome to our channel. Would you like to try my sweaty balls?"
On the NPR radio.
Yes,
I cannot wait till NPR signs us.
I feel like we're doing an
They'll
episode. of
never.
that. So anyway, so your favorite is stuffing. I don't know what
Yeah.
my favorite would be. Honestly, it might be the pumpkin pie.
This is delicious, but I don't consider that a side.
I guess that's just
That's a
more
dessert.
dessert. That's true.
Well, what else do you like?
Oh, I like it all. The stuffing's delicious. The green bean casserole, yum.
Ashley doesn't like
yeah.
the green bean casserole.
Really?
She doesn't like canned green beans.
Oh,
And I
gotcha.
get that. I
Gotcha.
get it.
Yeah. they
But
cook
green
in
bean
mush-
casserole, fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
delicious. We make like the crock pot corn, like the cream cheese corn. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
It's all good together, right? With the dinner roll.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, and what kind of rolls do we get? We just get the brown and serve.
I think so. Yeah,
Delicious.
Yeah,
Every year, delicious.
It's just like your cheapo dollar.
I love them.
Yeah, dollar buns or whatever you call it. Yeah, the
I
brown
love
and
those.
serve rolls.
And then of course we got the turkey. And, I mean, listen, I don't know what she's doing, but Grandma was doing something to them mashed potatoes. She's doing something to them mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
What does she do,
yum.
Mom? What does she do? They're better than every other mashed
Than
potato.
anyone else makes in the world.
What does she do?
Because she's your grandma.
I don't know.
You got to go over there and watch her. She puts the same stuff in there that I do.
You know, it's probably just
Milk
elbow,
and butter
it's
and
probably
salt
just
and
like
pepper.
elbow grease. I just ain't willing to put
Yeah.
it in.
You know what the secret ingredient is?
Love.
Lard.
Lard. Have you seen the movie Atlantis?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, the Disney one.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
there's the chef. They call him Cookie or whatever. And he's like, he's going through all the stuff they're loading on. He's like, what the hell is all this? Like, you know, it's like lettuce and whatnot.
Right.
And the girl's like, the men need the 4 basic food groups. And he goes, I got your 4 basic food groups: beans, bacon, whiskey, and lard.
Oh.
That's what he says. I don't remember
Beans, bacon,
whiskey and lard. I don't remember any other
Yum.
line for that movie.
Right.
I remember that specifically.
That's awesome.
I got your.
I did not
you cracked
remember that
me up.
line. That's
you
funny.
cracked me up when he said lard. I was like, I got your grandma. I got your
That's
4
funny.
basic food groups.
That's funny. Well, this past weekend, was it this past weekend that you had Wingsgiving?
God,
I don't know.
was it?
You had Wingsgiving, but it was
Recently.
kind of funny because we're talking with other people about things that you have
Yeah.
at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And someone reminded me of something that always was present at Thanksgiving when I was a kid, but is never
Never.
probably
I know
for
exactly.
you.
No.
And she said the relish tray, and I was like, oh, I completely forgot. I remember my grandparents would put out
Yeah.
the relish tray.
Yeah.
And
the
you'd
pickles.
have your pickles, your sweet, your dill, and whatever.
No.
And then you'd have your olives on there.
I'm like, do you hate yourself?
But people would snack on it.
Well, because they hated themselves.
I
Because they were desperate.
I would eat
Because
it.
they're starving. Because nobody ate breakfast.
you
And
don't
the
like-
only thing you eat is olives and pickles.
You don't like pickles or olives.
I hate it.
So that's a problem.
I've
for
never
you.
liked
I
olives or
like dill
pickles.
pickles, but I don't like sweet pickles.
And you know what is crazy is that I really like sour things typically. Like I'm
Yeah.
a sour Skittle person. I'm a
like, you
green
don't like-
apples. I do
true.
not
It's true.
not like pickles.
It's wild to me.
Do not enjoy those. We go to the White Castle sometimes, you and I
Yeah.
do, and it's a perfect arrangement.
It's a perfect arrangement.
because I give you all my pickles.
get all the pickles.
So you get double pickles and I don't have to eat them.
I love the pickles. Thankfully, Liv likes pickles. I finally have one of you guys that likes a pickle.
I ain't never.
But or some people would put celery on there.
Yeah,
or-
well, I think it's kind of become more of a charcuterie board because we've gone to like Ashley's family and they'll put out the stuff and there's like little veggie tray and there's some pickles.
Right.
The little ones.
So it's kind of morphed into now you have the veggie
Yeah.
tray, or some people put out like nuts. My friend is very Italian, and she posted pictures of what they put out, and
Okay.
it's this whole like Italian
Spaghetti.
theme. It is not spaghetti.
little appetizer.
It's like this like Italian sausage, but it's wrapped around like some mozzarella, and it's like very Italian. Like it looks really yummy. I was like, okay, I need that. None of us really like the relish tray thing.
No.
It never really. We as kids, my brothers and I don't think my sister eat the olives. That's
Yeah.
about it.
Do you
So
know?
my mom never really did that.
Do you know what Sharon, Ashley's mom, had at Thanksgiving one year? She does actually for usually almost every year.
Okay.
That I was like immediately reminded me of like, oh, instant memory. She does salami and cream cheese.
Oh yeah, yum.
Delicious.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know how many of our listeners have had salami and cream cheese, but it's delicious.
One of my
And little roll ups.
a coworker I used to do, she would do that salami with cream cheese and put the pickle in there and roll it up. So you would hate that.
That would be terrible.
But I like
If I bite into some salami and cream cheese and there's a pickle
Get a
in there,
pickle.
there's gonna be a murder.
Someone's gonna get
Someone's
hurt.
gonna die.
I liked it. It was good. But we always make a cheese ball.
I love the cheese
We
ball.
always make a yummy
We've
cheese
discussed.
ball.
I think we've just.
Yeah, we started making that. I know I was teaching with somebody and she brought it and I was like, wow, this is super yummy.
Delicious.
And she gave me the recipe and we make it every year usually. And we put that out instead.
What is it? It's cream cheese, green onion,
Butter beef.
butter beef.
It's
That's what it's called. Butter beef.
Buddig, Buddig, Buddig,
Okay.
beef.
I thought you were gonna say it's like prosciutto or something
Nope.
like that.
No,
Butter beef.
it's Buddig beef. And you just cut it up real small, cut your onions up real small, mix it all together. And it's the simplest,
Butter beef.
craziest ingredients in my mind. But then when you put it together
On a Ritz.
and you put it on a Ritz, but I don't buy
Don't
Ritz.
skimp.
I
Don't
don't buy
skimp.
Ritz.
Don't get the saltines.
I buy the off-brand Walmart.
Yeah.
Because the Ritz crumble. They're not very sturdy.
No.
They fall apart.
Now, if
That's
you
not a good
want
cheese
your-
ball
if you
eating
wanna-
experience.
If you want a light crispy cracker, that's. I'm the girl for you.
100%. I'm the girl for you.
No, but they're light and fluffy, right?
I can't breathe.
The
yes.
Ritz are.
Yes.
Terrible for cheese ball. I'm putting the
Yeah, the
thing-
Ritz fall
the-
apart.
Right, the cream cheeses.
You take your knife, you get some cheese ball, you go to spread it, the whole thing
right.
crumbles.
I'm forced to just eat it.
Just
straight
eat it
off
right
the
off the
knife. No one can have any more cheese ball.
That's it. You have to have 15 individual knives.
Yeah.
Ritz's are way out.
Ritz is our way out.
Just get your great value Walmart cracker
Yeah.
in the Ritz style, not in the saltine style. Don't get no low-fat wheat either. Get that crap out of there.
Get that- no,
It's a
don't get that.
regular buttery.
No saltines.
Yeah, buttery, yummy biscuit cracker. I don't know where biscuit came from. I have no idea.
So I'm the light and crispy cracker.
Yes.
You're the great value Walmart
I
cracker.
am. It's true. That checks out. So that's hilarious.
Okay, that's pretty good.
We're still on the NPR here. I don't know why we're giving so much advice about this, but
I'm happy to give the
I'm
advice.
cracking myself up.
This is
with
gonna come out the
conversation.
Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
See, everybody don't get
people
ready.
need to know.
Yeah,
People
get
need to
ready.
know.
Get your cheese ball ready
Get your cheese ball ready.
because you never know.
Let me tell you something about cheese.
What?
I,
was like,
You're too in.
what is it?
I saw a video the other day.
Okay.
I was talking about blue cheese.
Okay.
I hate blue cheese. And then let me tell you something.
I'm not a fan.
Seeing this video, though, I ain't ever gonna eat it.
Your dad
It's
loves
like
it. My
it's
mom
sitting,
loves it.
It's like how they make her sit on the shelf. They're like, they test it. They get this little like metal thing that like stick it all the way through. They have to turn it. Then they can pull out. They have like now a sampling, right? A little.
Yes,
slim-
I've seen this. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
It's moldy, and I know that that's not a surprise. I know that that's not
Well,
like, and I
hence
know
the
that
blue.
right. I know that blue cheese is moldy. I know that that's why it's like that. Who was like, yeah, this is it.
We should eat this.
You're taking your hand. You're taking your hand in your own life. You're taking your life in your own hands.
Yeah. You're taking your hand in your own.
Yeah.
Maybe.
When good cheeses exist, you could get a sharp cheddar.
Why not?
Why
You
not?
can get a nice brie.
A Parmesan.
I know.
Ash-
Provolone.
Provolone.
All delicious. Some cheddar jack.
Gouda.
What's the one that Sam likes? The Colby Jack. Colby Jack? Why would you get the moldy cheese? When those cheese get moldy, we throw those away.
Smell like a delicacy.
I better try. Here's the thing. This is funny that you'd say this because I also am always amazed by who thought that this combination of foods will be wonderful. Who came up with these recipes that we have? Who thought cream cheese, butter beef, and onions, let's just mix that shit together and put it on a cracker. It's going to be fine. That's all I have in the fridge. This is going to mix it up. Ooh, we'll just make it in a ball shape. Cheese ball. Here you go.
ball.
Who came up with that idea? Why did they think it was going to be good? Maybe some things have not worked. I'm sure that maybe there's been some failures.
Well, you got
Sometimes it's by accident. We know that's how we got the gooey butter cake.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy to look at certain foods, like how they kind of came about, like beer
Oh, true.
is like somebody let it sit, it got wet and realistically should have expired, but then they let it sit for so long that it fermented into beer.
And I was like,
But here's
this
the
is
thing.
amazing.
Somebody opens this thing up and they're like, it's been fermenting.
I'm just going to drink it anyway.
mug, right?
Right. It'll be fine.
I gotta take. Oh, that's good stuff.
Kind of funny to me, like when you take apart a recipe and you look at all the different ingredients, you think that should not work.
Right.
That should not be a good combination. Some stuff's just common sense. It's gonna be good.
Right.
But there's other recipes that you're like, no way, and then you eat it and you're like, that's very good.
Dad and I swear by this.
Oh, I know.
Ashley
Yeah.
is I think I'm getting Ashley on board.
Sam's with you on it.
Grilled cheese, jelly,
And jelly
on the grilled
He
cheese.
saw a video your dad did.
I know, because I was there,
That
and he made me
yeah,
try the
told
sandwich.
Dad, you can pick any bread, any cheese, any jelly.
No,
Any
no, it's
combo.
not. It's like it was like a bingo roller.
Right.
And it was just gonna.
Right.
He would
And
make
said
whatever
any,
came out.
Any combination of bread, cheese, and jelly or jam, whatever.
Yep.
When you make it as a grilled cheese sandwich,
Delicious.
it's gonna be a winner. And it's true.
And he's like, I'll make whatever as long as you agree to eat it. So people, they whatever
They
it
spin
is.
the wheel, get their cheese and bread and
Yep.
and jam and eat it.
Eat it.
He grills it up.
It's delicious.
I know you guys love it.
A grilled cheese, some strawberry. Strawberry takes it to another level.
Yeah.
Okay, grapes fine. Strawberry.
Strawberries
where it's at.
Is it where it's at? Okay, gotcha. Now I do not like that on my sandwich. I love grilled cheese. I love it
love
so
grilled
much.
cheese.
It's one of my favorite things in the whole world to eat. But I'm getting all nostalgic.
You literally, I saw a little glisten in your eye.
Yeah, grilled cheese makes me so happy when it's made good, when it's made
Right.
right. Don't give me some lame ass American cheese. I'm sorry. I want
She had
some
a little,
sharp.
you had a little sparkle in
I
your eye
did.
thinking
I was
about
like,
a grilled
I
cheese.
think I might have to go home and make me a grilled cheese. I love it so much. Give it some nice sharp cheddar and a really nice bread. Good stuff. Good
Delicious.
stuff. But anyway, that's delicious.
Well, guess what?
What?
You gotta stop saying what.
Well, I was excited. You look like you had really big news.
Ashley had a CrossFit competition this week.
She
past
did,
weekend.
yes,
Okay.
yes, exciting
and,
times.
She had a good time. It was fucking freezing.
I texted you and
Good.
said, asked how the competition was going, and her reply to me was, "It's freaking freezing out here, Mr. Bigglesworth."
It's fucking freezing out here, Mr. Bigglesworth.
And I was like, "Why are you outside?"
Because they didn't have space in the gym.
Oh,
There wasn't space for
so
everybody
the
to set up their.
spectators had to go outside.
Well, no, everybody had like those like awning kind of tent things. Everybody had this, and that's where you're dropping like your gym bag, your stuff. People brought food, people brought drinks because you're there all day. Lawn chairs. That's where you could set up because you couldn't fit in the gym.
And you were looking at the high, which is later, way later in the afternoon.
No, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Everybody who was there was like, what is this bullshit? Because we literally are out there, and it gets to be, it's like almost noon, okay? It's almost noon. It's 47 degrees. We can see our breath.
Still.
It was fucking freezing.
It was a chilly day.
It was cold.
Right.
We're layering up.
Especially you were up there early, too.
Oh my God, we were up there at like 6 in the morning.
Oh my God.
God bless. But anyway, so we're at this competition.
Okay.
And one of the guys that goes to the gym with her is talking about whatever, and he's like, oh my God, I love green tea. Okay? And he's like, I drink it all the time.
Okay.
He's like, and I know that it's linked to kidney stones, but whatever. Like, and I'm like, hold on a minute. That's
news.
Right. So, and apparently it's not confirmed, but there is a study that links green tea with kidney stones. And let me tell you something. Do you know what I drink so much? The cheap.
I know exactly what you drink so much.
0 calorie, off-brand Arizona green tea.
Green tea.
You get a little gallon. It's like super cheap.
You got to get off the green tea. It's time. You got to get off of it.
Well, here's the thing. I've continued to drink it, right? But I had, the listeners are not getting any of the context.
That's true.
That a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, that I had like a horrible kidney stone. Never had in my life.
Horrible. Kidney stone.
Had to have surgery.
Made an attempt on her life.
It made an attempt on my life. I was in horrible pain.
Yeah.
I literally.
I'm still remembering this.
Oh my God.
What did you
I was in so much. Here's the thing, though. I thought that I was having cramps. Mm-hmm. And I just was like in
we do sometimes as women.
Pain. I'm literally I cannot work. I can't do anything. Horrible pain. Finally, I mean, it was maybe like 3 o'clock. I like broke down. I was like, okay, fine. Yeah. I will go to the doctor.
Dealing with this pain
all
day.
Well, I just thought it was cramps.
Right.
This is extremely painful.
As women, this is what we do.
Right.
You live with pain all the time because it's like, this is what we have to deal with.
So, but I was in so much pain that I was like throwing up. Yeah. I was like, finally, like I said, about 3 o'clock, Ash is like, she's in the office, she's at work, she's like, you need to go to the doctor. And I was like, I cannot drive.
Right.
So I texted you, came and got me.
I left work, I was like, oh my God, I gotta go get her.
I called my regular doctor, they could get me in, because I was like, I'm not going to the emergency room. They could get me in, so go down there. And she was like, something is wrong. Yeah. Very wrong.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, good. Great. Awesome.
So go to the hospital.
Yes. Shit. And then I had to pay 2 copays because I had to pay one to her and one to the damn hospital.
Emergency room.
Bastards.
Yep.
But what are you going to do?
And then they were full, so they kept you overnight, but kept you overnight.
Don't get me started.
Imagine spending the night in the ER, folks, on the horrible little...
The gurney. That's all they had was a gurney.
Take you back in, yeah.
I watched that stupid fucking X-Men movie 3 times.
Just kept playing the same movie.
Whatever, FX or whatever, we're in the lobby, we're waiting forever. And it would get done, and it would loop again. It would
start again.
And it was like...
We couldn't figure out how to change the channel. There was no remote. We were just stuck with... I stayed with you.
We watched it 3 times.
Yeah. And then I left and came back.
Still going.
And the movie is still going?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I left. Oh, when I came back, the movie. Yeah. I thought you were saying it was still going right now. To this day,
the movie is still showing.
It
was like X-Men Apocalypse or whatever.
Yes.
On loop.
Yeah, on loop.
It's a TV channel. Not only is it on loop, I'm watching commercials, which is the biggest travesty of them all.
At one point, I think you did maybe sleep a little bit, and I ran home and I took a shower, changed clothes, brushed my teeth, came right back.
Yeah.
And there was this little gap on the door, and all you could see, the door would close, but it was frosted. But at the bottom of the door, it was not frosted, and all you could see as people approached your room, you could only see their feet.
Yeah.
So as I approached your room, I stood there and then I did a little dance.
You did a little shake.
And that was really funny. I was dancing my feet around to see if you would notice I was standing there.
I don't know. Maybe I was out of it. I was
myself up and then opened the door at the beginning. You were like looking at me like, "What's wrong with you?
What the fuck is wrong with you?" Well, here's the thing. What I was laughing about was you come pick me up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm in so much pain that I literally had not been able to eat anything. It just been like water, and I was immediately throwing it up.
Sure.
And I was like, they're gonna want like a urine sample, all this kind of stuff when I get down there, because they're gonna think it like if it's my kidneys shutting down or whatever. So I'm like, I gotta drink some water because I don't have anything in me. And so I drink like 1 cup of water.
Right.
And like go outside to wait for you.
Okay, I remember this now.
I go outside to wait for you. And so this is all the Ring doorbell. I'm there for 30 seconds. You're like, I'm coming down the street, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna come outside. I'm there for 30 seconds and just projectile vomiting. Just water.
The cup of water.
Just water.
Recorded on the Ring doorbell.
Ashley's watching it in the hospital. She's cracking up.
Having blood.
I couldn't keep anything down. I was like, listen, this is for
terrible. We laugh now, but it was
Oh
terrible.
God. I was like, you have to. I was like,
Right.
At that point, I was like, no, I have to, because I have to go to the doctor because I was so ill. I was like, I can't. I have to go inside and like change now because I just threw up water all over my yard. No, but yeah, that was rough, buddy.
That was rough.
But that kind I was just thinking about it. I was like, the Ring doorbell's
The Ring doorbell's recording Abby.
Yeah.
Ashley saves it forever.
Yep. We got way off.
Oh
But yeah,
my gosh.
but anyway,
we did get
so
way off.
kidney stone. I'd never had a kidney stone before in my life.
So who knew that the green tea?
Apparently.
That is.
But now, and I've never had any issues since, right? It's going on 2 years.
It might take a while for it to build up.
Sure.
So you gotta lay off.
But I guess, damn,
Switch to some ice water.
I know, but I like the green tea. 0 calories even.
Understood. I drink the black tea all day too. So, which makes your iron lower.
Oh, I'm already
Can't
anemic.
drink
Who
too much
cares?
of that, me too. And I'm like, I'm not taking any more medication.
I know, I don't want to.
So we talked about let's go back to Thanksgiving.
Okay. But I had to tell you about that.
got
Green
the
tea
sun.
linked to kidney stones. He said that at the CrossFit. I was like,
Every time I see you with the green tea in your hand, I'm like, smack it out of your hand.
I like it. Put it
down.
Put it down.
Okay, so we talked about some things that we love at Thanksgiving. What's your least favorite side dish? I think I know it. Cranberry sauce.
Oh yeah, I've never liked the cranberry sauce.
She did when she was little. Grandma would like force fed you like a ton of cranberry sauce when you were little, and you had a massive blowout.
Cut that out. It's like a podcast. You think that's staying in?
Damn it. You were a baby. It was all fine. Okay. So your least favorite cranberry sauce. This is against popular
Opinion.
but not a huge fan of the sweet potatoes just because they're a little sweet for me. But
I don't know. I love
depends
them.
on how you make them.
Sure.
Depends on how you make them.
The ones I think Sherry makes with the marshmallow and the
I
pecans.
know you love that.
The
because
pecans.
I have a recipe where you kind of mash it and you bake it, and it's more. They call it a casserole, but it's not. There's nothing in it but sweet potatoes and whatever. You put like a couple of eggs and you kind of mash it. That I actually really really like.
Okay.
So I like that version of it. It's really.
I mean, I
really
love
tasty.
a good sweet potato. I love all potatoes.
Well, yeah.
I love a good potato.
Yeah, potatoes are delicious.
Potatoes are delicious. Ashley makes like these like au gratin kind of potatoes, you know?
Oh yeah, she makes very good.
They're like,
they're
oh my
super,
God,
super,
with like fancy cheese,
fancy
Gruyere cheese.
Yeah. They're super yummy though.
No fucking blue cheese up in here.
No blue cheese up in here is right. Get that shit out of here.
Get this shit.
Well, we didn't usually when I was a kid growing up. Deviled eggs wasn't typically a side dish for Thanksgiving.
Well, they have been in my lifetime, so I can't really say.
I think they are in your Aunt Sherry's family because she would bring them. She always would bring them to Thanksgiving. And one Thanksgiving, we started setting. Everything's finally ready. Everybody's arrived. We set everything out, kind of buffet style. And you go through the line, fix your plate up.
That's how it works.
You say your grace, and everybody sits down and you start eating. And your dad bites into the deviled eggs, and they were frozen.
No.
They had gotten put on the top shelf, I guess.
Oh,
And it got a little too cold up there. And so they were frozen. And we were laughing so hard. And of course, your dad and Doug, they had to give poor Sherry, they give her, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but they give her shit about it pretty much every time.
No.
Yeah, they always, they'll always ask her, like, are these frozen? And she's such a good sport because she'll come in and be like, here are the deviled eggs, and they're not frozen.
Yeah,
so it's pretty funny.
She got a good sense of humor about it.
So that was pretty funny.
That's funny. I did not know that. I hadn't heard that story.
Yeah. Oh,
that's funny.
That's funny. Yeah. So one of the funniest things on Thanksgiving that happened when I was a kid. So I have 6 siblings. So there's 7 of us plus my parents. So it's 9 already.
All right. The math it's adding up.
I'm doing good. Okay. So then you add in, I know we were older.
Okay. Well, that doesn't add any more children.
Well, hang on. we were not like teeny tiny. We were old enough to have our own soda and everything at the table. So my grandma probably had passed away at this time. So so we have 2 grandpas and 1 grandma. Okay. Then you have my uncle and my 3 aunts. So that's a lot of people. You know, we're all sitting around and we're eating.
Okay. I think we're up to 16.
Okay. So it's a lot of people, you know, eating. And we have Sweet Valley Cola that parents got.
Sweet Valley Cola.
Got from the girl. I tell you this. We're doing that NPR show. I'm telling you. They got it from.
You had the same look in your eye when you were talking about grilled cheese.
Yeah, I was like, Sweet Valley Cola.
With a grilled cheese.
It's taking me back. There was this little local grocery store. It was kind of like an Aldi.
Love the Aldi.
Now, right. And so things were a little cheaper, but you got like an off-brand. And so the off-brand cola was the Sweet Valley Cola. So we're sitting around Thanksgiving dinner. We all have a can of the Sweet Valley Cola, and you're drinking straight from the can because we're trying not to make it like a million dishes here, right?
And who's got money for plastic cups
Exactly.
when it comes in a can?
And at this point, my mom's not getting out the good china anymore because it's not safe with my brothers. It's going to get broken.
No.
So, you know, we're eating, and it's just like my brothers, me too, probably, my dad, everybody's burping. It's a constant. It is like burp, 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 burp. Everybody's burping around the table.
Everybody.
And my dad does not hear so well. And at one point, it's just this constant chorus of someone burping throughout the meal. And I'm surprised my grandma didn't like yell at us, but she probably didn't hear that well then either. But at one point, my dad stops and says, "Man, I don't know about you guys, but this Sweet Valley Cola makes me burp.
It's making me belch.
Making me belch." I don't know if he says belch or burp. I'll never remember, but we all just bust up laughing because everyone has been burping and belching at this point throughout the entire meal because we're drinking this crap ass Sweet Valley Cola from the can. And so
holy shit.
we all just roll because we're like, "Dad, don't you hear everybody?" He didn't hear it.
No.
He didn't. Finally, not too long after that, I think he got some hearing aids because he had worked as a pressman and then a foreman
at the newspaper
for the Post-Dispatch. And I don't know if you've ever been in there when they're printing the paper. It's extremely loud. It's extremely loud. So they didn't wear earplugs or anything when he was young. So
why
you lose your hair?
Yeah.
Right. So yeah.
Golly.
So that was pretty.
That
was
funny.
pretty funny. That's the one Thanksgiving story that my brothers and sister and I we still laugh about that one.
Yeah,
it's so funny. Somebody burps now, and somebody will say it. You know.
Yeah.
It'll bring us back. So that's pretty funny.
Well, I got. You know, I know I said that I don't need to do a Zodiac every episode, and I was going to take a break, but then I remembered that it was the Thanksgiving episode.
So we got to do a special Thanksgiving.
I wanted to do a Thanksgiving one. Okay.
Let's do it.
So
why not?
Today we're doing Thanksgiving dishes as the Zodiac sign. Okay, so excellent. What Thanksgiving dish are you?
Ooh, okay, fingers crossed. I know which one
I
want to be.
Hang on. You said you know which one you want to be?
I know which one I want to be. Like I care. I actually like them all. I think one of my favorite things about Thanksgiving, I don't know if I would just point out like, ooh, this is my favorite side dish. I kind of like that you have it all together. You know, you have your turkey, then you just put gravy on everything.
So
I kind of like that.
The stuffing is my favorite.
Yes.
Right? And I eat it last.
Oh, really?
Because I eat all my food one thing at a time.
You're one of those people that eats everything one at a time.
Do you know that it is because J-Dog says that she is pretty sure that I have OCD?
Oh, you do?
Oh, good.
But I think I do a little bit, and your dad definitely does.
Yeah.
But I do not eat one food at a time, and neither does your dad.
Well, it's like other things too that like.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Oh, we put our Christmas decorations up already. Like as soon as Thanksgiving was over, they went up. And Ashley has a whole bunch of nutcrackers up on the mantle. We'll post a picture.
There you go.
She kind of like collects them, and she's her whole life, and so that's kind of what we do. Put them up on the mantle.
Sure.
And I take a picture every year so that I can remember how they go.
How they're supposed to go.
Because she gets new ones, so then we have to figure it out. So I'm like, well, at least I know where to start. Okay.
Okay.
But I want to balance it. I want it to be nice and even.
Okay. And does she care where they go?
No, not nearly as much. So she'll put them up, and I'm like,
oh no.
And the issue this year was the gordito, our little Mexican nutcracker that you guys, the little sombrero. He's a little chunky. He's a little gordito.
Yeah.
I didn't have a balancing one. So then, like, what if I put two here? If I had this, I mean, I'm not.
How long did you play with it?
Oh, at least 20 minutes. I mean, at least. And then Ashley literally was like, "We have to move on."
It's good enough. Yeah.
She's like, She's like, you get 2 more moves.
Oh my gosh.
That's what, and I was like, my finger is on it. This doesn't count as a final move. My finger is on it.
Oh my gosh. Yes, Liv does the same thing. You guys eat one thing at a time. I mix it up. I'll take a bite of potato, take a bite of turkey, but I take a bite of stuffing. I mix it up. I like it mixed up.
Yeah.
But no, you save that stuffing for last, huh?
Oh, well, I always save the best for last.
That Liv does that
Save
too.
the best for last.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But
That's hilarious. You didn't get that from me.
You didn't get that from
All
me.
right, let's hit it. Hit it. Let's go. Who's
All right.
first?
All right, here we go.
Let's go.
Aries up first. Aries.
Oh, it's always Aries. I don't know why I said who's first. I know it's Aries.
Well, some of them, I couldn't sleep last night. Okay. I was up early. I was up very early. And so I did my research. I had to find a good one.
Okay.
Because there was a million of these. They weren't very funny.
Okay.
Some of them are all out of order. They're like Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces. I'm like,
let's follow the calendar, people.
let's calm down.
Let's not get crazy
right.
here.
Let's Jesus.
How dare you?
How
dare you assign me a Thanksgiving side dish
I'm putting off,
out of order?
I know. I'm putting off the Zodiac for another second because I am not like a person who is like really into the horoscopes, right? I'm just like, oh,
They're funny. They crack us
goofy.
up. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I've done so many now.
I know.
I've had to like read them that now I have like a base idea of what each one is. And
That's true.
And they say like this one is whoever, and I'm like, it is.
And that's the thing. As you read them, I'm like, dang, that description is kind of fitting. Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, this is a Leo, and I'm like, that is such a Leo thing.
such a-
And then I'm like, who the fuck am I? I'm like, wait a minute, this wasn't how this is
She's
supposed
been
to go.
sucked in, folks.
So
All
no,
right.
I was cracking
Hit me with
myself up.
Aries. Let's do it.
All right, Aries, your macaroni and cheese.
What?
Macaroni and cheese. There's no denying that macaroni and cheese is an elite, powerful side dish that makes its presence known. Similar to an Aries, it's bold, eccentric, and ambitious. Just like an Aries, though, macaroni and cheese can often be hit or miss. If too overpowering or aggressive, it can be a lot to handle.
Okay, first of all, how is macaroni and cheese powerful? I guess if it's okay, you just said it actually, so because I'm thinking Kraft macaroni and cheese. There's nothing powerful about that.
Well, I don't think that most people don't make Kraft macaroni and cheese for Thanksgiving.
You don't know their life. You don't know what they have. Because my house, we never had macaroni and cheese for Thanksgiving ever.
Well,
as soon as you said that, I went, "What the hell? Who's eating macaroni and cheese for
that's
dinner?"
part of the reason why it took me so long to figure this out. Our Zodiac today is coming from the Daily Californian.
Oh, okay.
It's because I went through a whole bunch of them that are our go-to. The S&B didn't have a good one. I go to New York Post. That's who we go to a lot. Didn't have a good one. I didn't agree with it. Truthfully,
gotcha.
You were going to be like mixed vegetables.
Oh, that would have been horrendous.
Right.
Well,
I wouldn't stand for it.
No judgment, because depending on what part of the country you're in, you're going to have different foods.
Well,
because if you live on the East Coast, they'll have like lobster and stuff. Yeah, yeah.
What are they, rich?
Well, they live near the ocean, so.
Well, I mean, a lot of people have collard greens or Brussels sprouts, things like that.
So it depends on what part of the country you live in.
Brussels sprouts. Sharon and Missy will make them sometimes. Delicious. Ashley's allergic, so she's very
makes them
sad
too.
Because she likes them.
I do not like them.
They are quite delicious.
They're little balls of cabbage, and I don't like them.
I don't know. They're delicious. I mean, they're covered in butter, but anyway.
So you don't actually taste the Brussels sprout.
Taurus is sitting on the edge of their seats like,
I know.
Shut the fuck up.
Can you please tell us ours? Yes, they're absolutely sitting on the edge of their seat.
All right, Taurus. Taurus, you are mashed potatoes.
Oh, I love mashed potatoes.
Tauruses are the loyal bulls of the zodiac. Like a rich bowl of mashed potatoes, they too can enjoy the finer things in life. However, Tauruses can be a bit lazy, similar to how you feel after eating copious quantities of mashed potatoes. But at the end of the day, you know you can count on them.
For sure.
I love a good mashed potato.
Love mashed potatoes.
Mm-hmm. Gemini.
Okay.
The same. Stuffing. Gemini stuffing.
Stuffing, Lucky.
Gemini, how does it feel to be God's favorite?
Right.
I'm just curious. Fuck off. No, Gemini is stuffing. Stuffing is a polarizing dish, primarily because I'm not totally sure what it comprises, nor do I enjoy it very much. Just like a Gemini, though, you never know what exactly you'll get with stuffing. As a controversial sign and dish, respectively, Geminis and stuffing know exactly what it's like to receive mixed reviews.
I think it's true because some people...
They don't like it. They swear it off.
Some people hate it, and they're right. You know, the ingredients.
I feel like you
The
have
ingredients in stuffing is so wide range.
What is it?
Across the country?
Not me. Mine's easy.
Yeah, we go
Stove
with
or
the
stovetop.
Stove or stove. Bullshit. But you're right. You know, there's so many different
Good
variations of it. Yeah. So that's.
I feel like
hilarious.
you
Okay.
either love or you hate stuffing. There's not really an in
There
between.
really isn't.
All right, Cancer.
Okay.
Your apple pie.
Apple pie.
That's Dan.
My
Dan's
grandma
apple
always
pie.
used to make apple pie.
Cancers are known for their maternal and caring instincts, which instantly makes me think of a traditional home-cooked apple pie.
Oh.
On the other hand, apple pies can often go overlooked, but maybe this nice warm dessert can make you cry like a Cancer.
Okay.
Leo, you're a turkey.
Oh, Leo
You're
gets
the
the
turkey.
turkey.
I literally was reading through this morning. I was like, they are the turkeys, and then that's when I went. That's when I had to like take a moment and check myself.
Oh, that's hilarious.
All right, Leos are known
Okay.
for their egos, though they are somewhat justified. Just like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're classic and at the center of attention. However, also like a Thanksgiving turkey, they can sometimes be overrated.
Oh my God.
Thinking you're the star doesn't mean you are one. But at the end of the day, you're loyal, reliable, and popular.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, they were
okay.
I think the reason I like this one is because they give like a good thing and then they're like, however, and then they roast them.
However, they roast them. Yes.
All right, Virgo.
Hilarious.
Virgo, you are corn.
Okay.
Virgos are known for being neurotic and determined,
Oh my.
but they also have a reputation for being boring.
Wow.
Which is why I had to give them corn.
Goodness.
Don't worry though, Virgos. At the end of the day, you're reliable and delicious.
You're reliable and delicious.
I love it. Neurotic and determined, but they also have a reputation for being boring.
Oh my God.
Like, Jesus. All right, Libra.
Okay.
Libra, you're rolls. You're the rolls.
Yum.
Libras are the material girl of the zodiac, and nothing says enjoyment like a nice bread roll. However, just like Libras, you can sometimes have too much of a good thing, or perhaps that's just me eating 6 bread rolls before I remember there's other food.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true. Don't fill up on the bread.
Bread. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio, you are pecan pie.
Pecan pie. That's
Pecan
yummy.
pie. Not as traditional as an apple pie, pecan pies are still another Thanksgiving staple. However, it's the perfect pie for the most mysterious of the water signs, Scorpio. If you have an allergy or aversion to nuts, though, pecan pie may just be your worst enemy, which can happen with a Scorpio if you get on their bad side.
It's true.
Sagittarius.
Here we go.
Your drinks. You're the drinks.
That's bullshit.
I'm sorry.
I wanted cranberry sauce or pumpkin pie.
Well,
I'm sad now.
I'm
or
sorry.
green bean casserole.
you could. I'm sorry.
Drinks. Oh, you know what I am? Actually, you know what? I'm okay with it because I'm Sweet Valley Cola.
You're Sweet Valley Cola. Sagittarius is a spontaneous fire sign, so it's no doubt it must be associated with what keeps Thanksgiving dinners most lively: drinking.
Drinking. Oh, I'm the wine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, okay,
A
okay. Even
and
better.
You always bring the Roscata.
It's true. I always bring the Roscata. Damn.
They got you.
Wow.
A Sagittarius's lack of inhibition must be monitored too, though, so drink responsibly. All right,
Okay.
Capricorn.
What are you?
What are green beans?
You're the green beans.
Green beans. I'm not sure if these are Thanksgiving staples. I'm sorry.
That's
That's where that starts.
That's
That's what it says on here. I'm not sure they're Thanksgiving staples. What do you mean? You
what
ever
do you
heard
mean?
of a
Green bean casserole. You got your little crunchy onions on top.
I love the pause that we both
We
like,
both looked at each other like, duh.
fucking moron. that was a pause so the listener could agree.
Right, yes. They're literally in their car yelling, yes.
Like I'm not saying that like everybody has to have it, but you would if you were drawing a little picture, you'd have a little green bean casserole there.
Yeah. Good
All right.
Lord.
I'm not sure if these are Thanksgiving staples, but I'm pretty sure there's always some sort of miscellaneous vegetable at the dinner. Just like a Capricorn, green beans are dependable and can keep you hard at work. On the flip side, green beans can get kind of boring. No offense, Capricorns. Offense taken.
That's why you gotta make.
If that's
That's why
taken-
you make the green bean casserole, and then it's delicious.
Delicious.
Just if you just plop down some plain old boring green beans, then
I know. There were so many things that I saw that you were just whatever vegetable.
Yeah.
Like it literally just said like cooked vegetable, and
Please don't just give me generic cooked vegetable or a vegetable medley.
yeah, and I was casserole.
Casserole.
I know all of those got nixed. I don't want to be a casserole.
Yeah, you're out.
I'll be the
That's
green
terrible.
bean casserole.
That's
but I have to be
that's
the
the only
green beans.
casserole that
I want to be
belongs.
the green beans.
That's the only casserole we have at our Thanksgiving.
It's true.
Maybe there's other casseroles out there.
I'm sure there are.
They might be delicious.
All
I
right.
don't know.
All right, here we go. Aquarius.
Okay.
Cranberry sauce.
Oh, that's good. That's live.
Aquarius is the wild card of the zodiac, which is why it's only fitting that it gets one of the most puzzling side dishes available at Thanksgiving.
It's true.
Cranberry sauce.
It's true.
Though I'm personally not a fan, I know plenty of people who are, although I'm not quite sure where the dish originates nor how you're supposed to eat it.
I love cranberry sauce, but we get the jellied kind, not the kind with the actual like lumps
Yeah.
of cranberries. We like the smooth.
I don't like
Oh my
either.
gosh, something about that with that you can. It's cold and tart, and you serve it with, and you have it with your turkey and your stuff. Something about it together, it's so good. It's almost
Slimy.
like the jelly on the grilled cheese,
Nope.
where you have that little bit of a sweet tart flavor with it
don't
that
care.
makes it really good.
No, can't do it.
Well, you're a textures girl, so
It's slimy.
yeah. I don't think it's slimy.
Well, now you'll have to know going in when you're eating your cranberry sauce about the cranberry bogs.
Oh, I know.
They've been ruined for you.
There might have been spiders on
There
this.
could be spider legs in there.
Ew.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay.
All right, Pisces, last one. Pisces, your sweet potatoes / yams. Although Pisces can get slack for being emotional, it's a creative, dreamy sign that's just as kind as a sweet potato sometimes. While Pisces can be sensitive, it's likewise known for its delusionality at times because most people don't really prefer a yam to the classic potato.
Wow.
I know.
That's not true. A lot of people prefer
love-
yams to the classic.
I love a sweet potato.
This person who wrote this really calls everybody out.
That's
don't
what
they?
my
They
favorite.
roast
That's
them.
when I was like, I was reading some of them, and I was like, "There's a however." They're
However,
halfway
through
through
every
most of them, and I was
Yikes.
like, "All right."
And no pumpkin pie made that list.
I know.
I would put pumpkin pie instead of pecan pie. For sure.
I would too.
Right?
There was
Now,
one.
when I was a kid, we always had, my grandma always made the pies, and she would make apple or pumpkin. So that was our choices. And of course, whipped cream, or Cool Whip,
Cool Whip.
to put on. So that was, but some people do, I know your dad's family, they would have pecan pie, or pecan pie. However you want to say it.
However,
Yeah.
well, consistently, I was kind of laughing. Consistently, I saw that Leos were turkeys. Taurus was consistently mashed potatoes.
Really?
The Cancer was usually some kind of pie. The one that I thought was perfect, but I couldn't go with it because one, it wasn't funny, and two, it made me be just casserole.
Oh, okay.
So I had
Wow.
that one was out.
Yeah.
But it was caramel pecan apple pie.
Oh,
I was like, that sounds delicious.
that does.
And that's-
a lot.
that
going
was-
on, but it sounds yummy.
That was Cancer, and I'm like, well, that's Dad.
Oh, that's 100%.
That's exactly my father.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
He would he'd eat the shit out of that.
You're right. You're right. Oh, speaking about eating the shit out of something.
Where are you going with
I'll
this?
tell you where I'm going with it.
Okay.
Last night, your dad and I went to the Blues game. Okay. So
Okay.
we go to the game, and like we do sometimes,
Uh-huh.
and he wants to get some nachos.
I love nachos.
And
I'm a chips and cheese girl. Don't put no other shit on
don't
there.
like anything else on. We like
Chips and cheese.
We like it loaded.
That's a taco
Okay.
salad.
Well, it is. It was basically like a taco salad, but so we see. I was like, well, I'll eat a little bit, you know.
Okay.
So he sees, oh look, they got this shareable nachos, and I'm like, it's $28. But like, well, we are at a sporting
a
event.
stadium.
Everything is, marked up by like 1,000%. So it's probably not gonna be that big. Because I told him, like, I'm not gonna eat that much.
Yeah. You could have just gotten a regular one. You could have eaten two chips out of it.
100%. Okay. So we get the, it comes with all kinds of stuff on it. We get the olive and the jalapenos on the side, on like one side.
Yeah.
We get our drinks, and obviously they got to make them up, but they're going to call his name. So we go stand up to the side out of the way, and they're making it up. And we're not really paying attention, and then we hear him say Wayne, and so we look over and we go to get it, and they hand us this box that's kind of skinny.
Okay.
And then it was literally the moment from Toy Story where the kid is coming with the present. They say, "Oh, it's a little one," and he turns
it's a
to the
nice
side.
little one.
Yeah, he turns to the side, and it's this big long thing. That's exactly what happened. They have handles in the middle, and they turn to the side, and they hand us that. We are just standing there flabbergasted. This big long, as long.
Are you
as,
kidding me?
As long as
Are
this
you
table.
kidding me?
I am not kidding. How long would you say this is?
At least 2 feet.
2 feet.
2 feet of nachos.
2 feet of
They sold it
nachos.
by the foot.
And it's like skinnier than a shoebox.
Still. 2
We
feet of
are
nachos.
just standing there dumbfounded. Like, what in the hell are we going to do with all these nachos? Who could possibly eat this much nachos?
It's a shareable.
It's a shareable for like an entire family. Yeah, not 2 people. So
That's actually probably a great deal.
we're just laughing our asses off, right? So we find this table, and we set it in the table, and it's long enough that we can stand on either side of the table and eat from our end. It's that long.
We met in the middle, like Lady in the Tramp.
True. We didn't eat anywhere near the middle.
A true love story.
Or nachos. I ate my little tiny corner end, little bit of an end down there, and went, I can't help you with this anymore. And so he went over to the thing and is like, do you have any like plastic to-go containers? So he fills one container up.
Okay.
We somehow managed to fill it up. And then there's still another very big portion that's after he's already eaten a little section himself.
He's eaten a section, you've eaten a little bit, and you filled
We
up
filled up a container, so he continues to eat because he doesn't want to throw it away.
I'm with him. I hate wasting food.
So he eats everything else in the box that won't fit in this container. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I don't know how you can eat that. You're going to explode, but okay.
You're going to explode.
So we go sit down. We watch the game. You know, there's obviously first period ends, second period ends, and I'm going to run to the restroom. Run out, run to the restroom. I come back in. He's eating the cold nachos. I'm like, first of all, this is cold. That's got to be super cold now. Why are you eating this? I thought he was going to take it home and like take it for his lunch the next day. There was easily enough that 2 people or 3 people could eat.
He's eating the to-go dish?
He was eating the to-go dish.
Wayne,
He
put that back.
I thought he was going to take it home. No, he didn't take it home. He ate some more there. So I'm like, why are you eating the cold nachos?
Yeah.
I felt like The Simpsons when he has the giant sandwich. Wayne, are you eating the Homer? Are you eating the sandwich again?
The sandwich again.
Like over, are you eating the nachos again?
It's okay.
So we had enough nachos for like 6 people.
Easily.
We couldn't eat. We didn't eat it all. He ended up leaving some. We couldn't eat. We couldn't
do it.
Couldn't possibly finish it. I thought he was going to take it home, but he didn't. He decided against it. Can you imagine us standing there?
I'm dying.
And we were
the Toy
handed,
Story moment.
Yeah, that toast, it comes at us, and then they turn it. We're like, "Oh, Mother of God! Like, what are we supposed to do with all these nachos?"
You know, people talk about when they're eating that they're having like a Ratatouille moment.
Yeah.
You were having a Toy Story.
Totally, we did. We literally had a Toy Story moment, and we were dying. And then the best part was, as we're standing at the table and we're eating our nachos, this lady comes up to us, stranger, we don't know, older lady, older than us,
Asked if she could eat
and
some
asked. She
granules.
looks at it and she goes, "Where did you get that?" Well, we had gone upstairs to section because we were going to sit upstairs. And we're like, well, it's just down the escalator there. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, the lines are just too long. I don't really want to go back down there. And she stands there and she then puts her elbow on our table and stares at the nachos. And Wayne and I make very uncomfortable eye contact. Like, is she wanting us to give her some of our nachos? Like, we had enough. We could have.
Right.
But we really didn't want her standing there with us eating out of her nachos, and we had nothing to give it to her in. Like, we would have been happy to give her the bill section or something.
But
It was the weirdest experience because she just stands there and she's just like staring at it. She's like, man, that looks good. And we're like, oh my God, this is so weird.
How did this end? Did she leave?
And then we're like, well, you know, you just go right down the escalator there, you know. And then she finally is like, well, I don't know. And then Wayne says, well, you want some of these? Because we're like, what are we going to do, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, no, I'm not going to take your nachos like that. And she's like,
Then why are you here?
why are you staring at my nachos? This is very awkward. And then she's like, I'm just going to go watch the game, enjoy. And then she walks away. We're like, what just happened?
Oh my God, something weird shit like that happens to us all the time.
It does.
I don't understand. I swear to God, I'm gonna have to like get a notebook and start taking a tally.
We need to do that.
because
Some weird shit, man.
I want to take a tally of all the times that I have to go into therapy, and I'm talking
all the times I have to go into therapy.
and I'm talking to J Dog, and I'm like, let me tell you something. Who does this happen to?
Who does this happen
The
to?
whole fucking snafu of the surgery, and then I'm gonna go jump through all these hoops to get this chair, and
we
then the
did
chair
tell that
has
story.
bed bugs,
Yeah.
and then we had to.
Yeah.
I'm like, who does this happen to? What are the
Apparently
goddamn
just
odds?
us.
What are the odds?
Does anybody else, I want to know, listeners, does anybody else have this much crazy drama in their lives? I don't know. It feels like we do. I don't know. Maybe because we're drama queens. That might have something to do with it. I admit it freely. I've fought it for years, but no, you know what? No, embrace it.
Embrace the
drama queen. I don't like the drama, like bullshit drama.
Yeah.
But I know. I admit, I'm high maintenance. You know,
I need my 2 feet of nachos.
I need 2 feet of nachos.
And I'm gonna eat like this much.
And then I'm going to eat a tiny little section of. Oh my God. Can you imagine?
Eats one chip. Who could possibly eat all this?
This is how they make fun of me because
Oh my god.
I don't eat very much. I can't eat much at a
Because
time.
the-
I eat
yeah, the
very
hurt,
small. I eat small meals, which has been very good for me, very healthy, much better way of eating for me. But I get full very quickly then. And so they make fun of me because I'm like, oh, I'm full. And they're
Because you don't say it. You don't say who could possibly eat all this to 2 feet of nachos. We go to the spaghetti factory. They bring out the salads. You eat like 3 bites of salad and you go, who could possibly eat all of this? And here's the thing. We had been at the
a lot of salad.
This was like we had been at the Pride Parade for
True,
for
we hadn't
Sam's
eaten, we were
work.
starving,
Like
yeah.
we were walking in the St. Louis Parade with Sam's work, and so we're all exhausted because we've been out and there's a whole thing. And so we get over there, and you eat like 3 bites of salad. And who could eat all this? And me and Sam look at each other. And we go, I want you to know that
I
the
don't say that about the salad.
you did say it. It was at the mother.
I said I was full. And I said I'm going to have to
Nope.
take my food home.
Nope.
And then you guys joke and say, who could eat all of this?
because me and Sam make eye contact and go, I want you to know that big ass plate of brown butter Mizithra is gonna come out and I'm gonna eat all of it.
They're like so mad at me when I'm full.
We were so
mad.
because we weren't supposed to be there that late.
Right.
We're supposed to walk, be done by 1, and go eat some lunch and go home. And it was like 4:00. We hadn't eaten anything, and we've been out in the sun walking all day. And I was like, I want you to know that these carbs are coming, and I'm going to pound them.
These carbs are coming. I'm going to pound them. Nice.
Yes.
Taking these carbs to pound.
No,
No. Cut that out.
no, we're not saying that. We're not saying that. Would that actually? Okay.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I have this written down actually because I saw this on a TikTok.
Okay.
And it cracked me up, and it relates to the pasta thing.
Okay.
So the never-ending pasta bowl is back at the Olive Garden.
Okay.
Okay. And it's one of these things that's like people will film. They're like, I've seen it for like theater kids that they're like, how many mistakes are you gonna make tonight? And they're like 0, and then they do like an 80s freeze frame, and it's like so and so fell off the stage. Or whatever, you know?
Okay, that's hilarious.
Okay, so they're at the Olive Garden getting the never-ending pasta. They're like, how many bowls of pasta
Oh
are you
my
gonna
God.
eat? And they go, 1,000,000. 1.
One. Yeah, one.
They're like, how many bowls? 6. 1.5.
Yep. Your dad has delusions of grandeur that he can eat multiple
My
bowls.
favorite one was,
Can't do
how many bowls are you gonna eat? And she's like, I'm gonna eat 10 bowls of pasta. And it comes like 0. She filled up on salad and bread.
Salad and bread. That's legit. That's me. That's
So
usually.
that fun cracked me because I
Oh,
literally
that's
was like,
so
that's so us. That's so us.
Yeah.
How many bowls of pasta are you gonna eat? I'm gonna eat 1,000,000. Maybe 1.
Not even one. I can't
Maybe
even eat
1, and I take 1 to go.
I can't go to buffets anymore. I can't eat all you can eat. It's a waste of money. I can't do it. I can't do
Fucking
it.
dying.
I eat a plate of salad and a breadstick, and I'm like, pack up my pasta to go.
She said, listen, sir, when you get done with it, just put it straight in the
Just
to-go
straight
box.
to go box. I can't eat it. Yeah, it's that bad. I might take one bite just so I
got
have one that's
some-
fresh.
If you got some already packaged up, go ahead and just bring it out.
Bring me out the to go box.
If somebody forgot to get their pickup order, just bring it out. We can go. That's fine.
Oh my gosh. Do we have time for a skinny scoop poop?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says we're 6 minutes over, but
Oh, we're fine. We're
gonna have to cut
There's
some
other stuff. There's
All
like
of
this.
this.
Like this. Leave this in. This is quality content. This woman told a story about how she was 17 years old and went to the local grocery store. This is skinny scoop poop in case you forgot. Because there was a lot of crap in between there.
no, there's not because I just cut it all out.
Let's cut it all out. Here's my skinny, here's my scoop, here's my poop. Okay. Well, this girl was 17 years old.
Okay.
And she was at the store as the store clerk. She worked there. Okay.
The 17-year-old.
The 17-year-old girl worked there. A little old lady came in and asked her for a price check on her turkey. She was buying a Thanksgiving turkey for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
But she couldn't find the price. So she walked back to the meat department
Okay.
and waited for the kind of call the butcher out.
Sure. Yeah.
So she could get this information, because it had to be weighed and whatever. Okay, so she gets the information, and the butcher, it's frozen, mind you. This is a frozen solid, 20-pound turkey.
Oh my god.
Okay, so it's a pretty big one.
Yeah.
Frozen, solid. So she lays it up there so they can weigh it, yada, yada, yada. And the butcher thought it would be funny to pretend to launch the turkey over the counter at her. But it was frozen, and again, 20 pounds. So it came flying at her out of his hands and flying at her like a rocket. It smashed her in the face. When she came to, K2. She's laying on the ground. Customers are all around her. She comes to broken nose, broken cheekbone.
Oh my god.
She had to have stitches from one eye to over the bridge of her nose. The turkey scars will forever haunt me. She says. And every year when I go home to the local mom and pop shop, I am referred to as Turkey Face by the veteran employees.
The old lady is.
The veteran. No, the 17-year-old. The 17-year-old girl's going to took the turkey to the face. No. 17-year-old girl takes the turkey back for the little old lady. Thank God. Takes it. Although it's actually it's terrible for whoever gets hit in the face. No. Oh, no. This tiny little grandma. No. Can you even imagine? So it's one employee and another employee. They both work for the store. Yeah. So he thinks it's going to be funny to try to launch it at her, but it's frozen, so it slips out of his hands, hits her in the face like a rocket. Boom. 20-pound frozen rock.
Just hit you in the face.
Just literally destroyed her face. Just smashed her face in.
Turkey face is what she said.
And so when she goes back to the store, they call her Turkey Face.
The turkey scars will forever
On
haunt
me.
me.
Dying. I'm like, okay, she's got a good sense of humor about it now, but oh my God.
That is good.
That is very funny.
That's good.
That poor thing. That had to hurt like a mother.
You would know.
God, that's true. It's true. I did take a vice to the face.
A vice to the face.
Yeah,
Like a
vice.
yeah.
The crank would kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Fell off the table, hit me in the face. Ooh, that would hurt. That hurt. That was a broken nose. Chipped, little tiny chip on my tooth. And of course, it scratched my upper lip.
Gasp.
So I had this scab that ran from under my nose to the top of my lip. So it looked like my nose was bleeding all day long. Had to go to the school. I was in high school as a freshman.
Okay.
In every class, someone told me, your nose is bleeding. And I said, no, it's just it's a cut. It's
You have a
it's
cut on the face.
I had to keep explaining all day long that my nose was not
But
bleeding.
did you have a cool like lip scar then afterwards?
No. Do you see one? No.
No. Unfortunate.
I still have the little
I didn't know
tiny
if you.
chip in my tooth.
I didn't know if you had a
And my
support.
nose looks pretty good for being busted.
I mean, if you hadn't told me, I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Luckily, it didn't like shatter.
no.
But yeah, it hurt. I had big black eyes. Yeah, it was not fun.
I knew a girl who was catching in high school, like in softball, right? And didn't have mask on.
No, right
Ball,
in the face.
missed it, right in the face, shattered.
Shattered, yeah.
Yeah.
We had one of my best friends, his mom would pitch for us. When I was in like the youth group in my for the church, we had softball league, co-ed softball league. And so we would travel to different other churches and play ball. And so we had practice, and his mom would pitch for us because it was slow pitch.
Sure.
And one of the guys hit the ball right back at her, shattered the side of her face. Yeah,
Oh my God.
poor thing. God, she's just doing a nice thing. Lord have mercy. Yeah,
That's what I don't like. Hey, I don't like. I used to do the slow pitch softball intramural or whatever.
I would pitch for women's, but when we started
No.
playing co-ed, I said nope.
I didn't even like being. I'm an outfield girl.
Yeah.
I live and breathe the center field, but I didn't even like playing second base.
Yeah, I played
when the
first.
guys are playing.
Yeah, I played first, and I'm just like, they're gonna kill me. Yeah.
Honestly, first I don't mind first too
Yeah,
much.
third was worse.
Third.
Yeah, third was worse. That thing's
They
coming
tried
right at your face.
when I was in high school. I played just about everywhere. I could not really pitch,
Right.
but I could play everywhere else. And they tried putting me at third because like, well, we need a third baseman.
Right. Oh man, I was nervous when they put you at third. That made me so nervous because some of the girls had the masks. Some of the pitchers and third basemen had the
Yes,
masks.
because well, the
And I was like,
girls who were
"Oh, not
like
in the face."
all they did was play third base or
Right.
pitch. They had those
They
face
had-
guards.
Yeah. You didn't
That
have
was
one,
scary.
I was like, oh.
I remember one girl hit a line drive at it, and I just like kind of moved and put my
Yep.
glove where my face was, caught it.
Nice, because
But-
sometimes it's coming at you so fast you just
but
react.
just-
and get lucky. Yeah.
That scared the shit out of me. They're like, she's gonna bunt, move up. I'm like, I'll tell you what, I'd rather she go on first than her to pull that back and crank that in my
Here's the thing,
face.
you had a good arm, so
I know.
it didn't matter if you were snagging it. You were going to throw her out.
Well,
you didn't
yeah.
have to. Move.
I didn't have to.
Yeah, but yeah, thankfully you never took one to the face. But now one might ask why a vice would fall on your face.
Why?
We kind of brushed right over that.
We really did.
But I used to. My brother and I.
Well, you said it fell off the table.
My brother and I were in a fight, and he pushed me, and I hit the table, and boom, That was the last time we ever fought.
Yeah.
Then we were like, oh, that was serious. Maybe we shouldn't do that anymore.
Maybe.
We haven't fought since. Now we just send each other stupid shit on Instagram.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, at the end of the last podcast, we said that we were going to talk about our college projects.
Oh, yeah.
This
We
episode.
did. We did.
We absolutely did not do that. So maybe we'll do that on the next one.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we were talking about
I was like-
our more creative, the fun projects we got to do.
Okay,
and all that
understood.
kind of stuff.
Well, you know what? We'll save it. Leftovers.
save it.
Leftovers. I'll write it
Leftovers.
down. I'll
All
write
right.
it down. Okay.
All right. Well,
I don't know about you guys, but after this, I'm going to need some serious beef.
I don't have any.
And some serious turkey, Abby. It was right there.
Some
it
serious
was right
stuff
there.
and some serious stove for a stove type.
Swing and a miss.
I usually come up with something. Do
Do you want to do it over?
Blank.
Do you want to do it
No,
over?
I think this is better.
I think we just leave it in.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.